Hi, and welcome to Discovering DataFlex number 16 with me, Johan Brotet. Today we are going to fix a bug in our application, and the bug occurred in video 4 and 5, and I'm going to show you what's happening. We add a new order for our customer, delivered on Monday. Perfect. Now we add a product. Let's take product 1. And now we have a line with 100, and we want the total to update the price of the entire order, and that works just fine. Watch now what happened when I change this to, let's say, 3. It calculates 300, but when I save the line, you get a total of 400. And it gets even worse. If I change back to 1, this is 100. Now our total is 500. So somehow it's not removing the amount that I'm removing. So the total is just adding on the amount that's here. So we want to check out what's going on. And for that we go in here to the studio and we check our order view, and we check out the data grid where we are adding our order line. And here we have a adjust display total, and we want to look at that. And now we can go to definition by right-clicking on it. Just right-click, select go to definition, and we see the function. We also have a debugger in here, so we might want to add a breakpoint to see what's going on in here. But as you can see, we do not update the order to total here, so we cannot use that in this sense. So we look at the order detail data dictionary, see what's going on here, set default price, and update, and adjust display total. So nothing happens here either. Where does the total get updated? Well, we learned that that was in the data dictionary in the update function. So we added the update in order to update the order total, and here it is. So we want to add a breakpoint here as well. And now we can run the application and see what's going on. And we find order 4 we were working on, and let's just change that back. Oh, 4, and now change the amount to 2. We hit a breakpoint, so we're down here, and we can add some watches, or we can just hover the mouse over. Quantity is nothing. We have as value, e field, the amount is 1, we have the price, the unit price of 100, and we have the total of 100. So what's going on here? We step down, and now we have the total. Okay, we keep this, and we continue. And now we get in here, do we have in the update function? We have the amount 2, we have the unit price of 100, and the total of 200. So now it's already calculated the total of 200. And we go down, and this is adjust balance, and it's this function here that updates the order price. So we go down, and we go step into this one, and you can see you have the call stack, so you can actually follow and just click here to get, if you want to see where the save select drop down is called, and you can open a lot of files here. You can just see where things going on, messages. Now the order price, we have it down here in our watch because I added it. You add it by just right clicking and add to watch. So now we have 2 price, and you can remove just by pressing delete. And now we continue, and we're back here, and it says 200 and this says 300. And this should say 200. Now we learned that we have a backout function. So I'm just going to add this backout function procedure here, and you have forward sent backout, just to make sure that everything is working behind the scenes as it used to be. We need that one, but I don't want to add these. I could add this one, but I don't want to adjust the balance just yet. I just want to add a breakpoint here. So let's stop the application and recompile and run it again. Go to our number 4, and now it says 300 here. It should say 200. Save. Let's find that one. No, okay, it's fine. Now we change this to 3, and we hit the breakpoint down here, but this didn't do too much, so we continue, and then we actually end up in the backout. And what do we have in the backout? We have the amount, it's 2, we have the unit price, and that is 100, and we have the total of 200. And then we continue, and now we have the order detail to 300, and that's the actual new order detail. And now we update the total with that. So this is not what we want. We want to go in here and remove the 200 we had here first, before we add the 300. So let's try this one more time. Five. And now we add this to 3. We get 300, and we go in here. We have the 200, and this is actually from the buffer. So the system knows that in the database it says 200 on this line. So we remove those 200, and then we read from the screen, it says 300, into the buffer, and then we run the update function and we update Now you can see the order price is actually 0, and we update this with 300, and you can see it's 300. So now we can add a new order or a new line, and let's say we take this one, and we want 2 of those. Now we should have 300 in our total and 400 after when we update this. Now it's actually not doing the backout because we are doing an add, so it's calling the create procedure, which we don't have at the moment, but since we're not going to remove anything, it doesn't matter, we're only going to update. So we run this, no problem. Now it's 700, but I only wanted one of these, so I'm going to remove one, go ahead, 200, we go back, and now we're in backout. And you can see there's 700 in the order price total. The order detail total is 400. So what we do now is we take the amount 2 times the units price 200, and that is 400, and we remove 400 from the total. So now it's 300 in the buffer. Then if we continue, we end up in the update, and here we now have 200 in the order total. That's the 200 we have right here. So we want to update the order price with the detail total of 200. So it should end up at 500. We go down, calculate this value, total, and then we adjust the balance. This, and then it's 500. And then we're done. And it says 500, and that matches totally what we had here. And that's all for this video. I guess maybe we should look at some. We have the breakpoints here. You can remove, add, disable, enable. You can find things. You can look at what you have in your data dictionary when you're running debugger. You have some global variables, you have some local variables, you have some outputs. So these are a lot of tools you can play around with to debug your application. Maybe we're going to do a more deeper video about those later on, but right now we wanted to fix this bug, so this will be enough. Bye for now.